Did you know that, should I do it on this side? Because my razor's not working right now, but I got an idea as I was cutting my hair and watching the water go down and thinking, is there going to be any white rapids? And I says, white rapids, water, boiling, steam, hair, hair, turning gray. The water has caused our hair to turn gray. The silver streams in the water. Silver is number 85. Creates 40, creates 13, it creates electric company. So the hair must grow. God said we must exalt ourselves, did he not? I know you don't want to know religion, but listen, religion is an equation. It's part of the matrix, it's part of the Bible, as much as it's part of mathematics. Because when you go to class, the teacher says, okay, take 2 apples out of the jar. There was a total of 5 apples, but there were 9 items. If I took out 2 apples out of 5 apples, I'm left with 3 apples, and how many items are still in the jar? Well, there were 9, I took out 2, there are 7, but 3 of them are apples. 4 of them are not, obviously, and that's the equation. God said to exalt yourself. It means to express. I'm turning all red. Oh my God, I might be rusting or part of Mars, the Nibiru Mars project. The moon will rust every so often because we have to remind ourselves, because everything is being processed through Pluto Mars. And I know because I saw him at the Super Bowl and he was dancing and he was bringing back time. Because we can bring back time. Time is the easiest thing to bring back. It's yesterday. It already happened. I remember. And if I don't, remind me. There you go. Now we need to say everything we do. Look at the way the light from this way to making me bland, okay, to maybe this way that I'm in front of it and I look so bold. Look at me. I'm almost like a cartoon. Maybe we can give myself a little bit more light. Light, bright, make it look okay. So this is what we're going to do next, okay? We're going to try. I would like to look a little bit more like that because you know what? I can sit home and never shave, right? I can sit home and have little things coming out of my hair and I'm stinky and smelly, but the difference between us and the animals, you don't know who to trust. At least you know when you see a human looking a certain way, you're saying, all right, I'm going to judge him like this. And then he starts acting like that and you go, whoa. But wouldn't it be that most animals are already saying, whoa, ho, let's see what's on the go? Right now, I just learned something new, and thank God I can pull my camera off the top, giving me the third eye. Look at this. 94 Celsius. Now, I didn't do it properly, but it asked me, what do you want to do? Kelvin is a color, okay? It's as part of an energy. But not only Kelvin, but I can change it to Celsius, Fahrenheit, or to kelvins, okay? Celsius to Fahrenheit, 94 is 2012, and that's Uranus, Jesus, what goes around comes around. You want to see the greatest one? You want to see what the ace cat is? This is the ace cat, 135. So if you want to see where I get all my answers, it's right here. I change it, I put it here, boom. It gives me another numerological count. Here comes the red sun. You know where this red sun comes from? Let's go back to the silver-haired Mercedes. The word gray, or the spirit of 55. I'm going to put the book up this way, up against my thing. And gray is 55. GR says the gear that runs, because GE in the E family, we're not talking French. If I had to go French, the R would be an E, and it would stand for yesterday. Okay? Yesterday, because it's ER. And ER, or the sound of air, is also like year or air. So once we breathe or breath in, air is 36. 3 by 6, 3 plus 6 equals to 27. 27 and 36 equals to 63. Same number again. 63 minus 27, 53, 43, 37, right? 63, 53, 43, take away 7 is 36. 36 plus 27 or minus 27, it equals to 9. So the birth is within 9. And then it goes to 63. Matrix equals 85. Trix. See this? This is the church. T, which is the 20th letter, becomes 26. And the R is the 18, creating 44. That's within space. You have within space, you have 22 left, 22 right. And the expression in that is the letter V, the 22nd letter, within space of Grover Cleveland. How do you say the beginning of Mercedes or Mercedes? Or how about the word Mercury? M-E-R. 13 and 5 is 18, so these two go here, and this creates your orange ball. Alternate current, it also says the cat in alternate current is inside the resident angel, 1 and 8, because it is no more other than 1 and 8, because there is no 9, and Chaldean numbers is what expresses that inside of REM. 60, 60, 60. 180 degrees plus 60 degrees in between 13 and 18, 31, alternate current. Every time you see a 0 or underneath 9, you have to understand, and 7, 8, 9 is a little bit different, okay, because the minute you have 0, 3, add 6, it becomes 63. So everything with 0, 3 is now 63, and it's in creation. Think about it, testing the molecules of the DNA inside your hair, okay? So we end up with Mercedes, M-E-R-C-E-D-E, S or Z, 26 or 19, 72 or 79. This becomes 16, becomes the gateway. 16 becomes 32, becomes 64. 64 is 8 away, so right away you know we have to compare anything to do with 8. 8 has to do with Chaldean, and 8 has to do with pull, because the 8 ball is the black ball, and it is the divider between above and below. Imagine you turn that ball as a door, and there's only one hole in the ball, because in the ball you see a circle, and it's the number. You go into that number. Now, is there a number on both sides of the ball or one side of the ball? Because it makes a big difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. Here's 300. 300 plus the number of 72 is 372 or 379. Mercedes. Okay, there is no other. This is 4. This is 5. This becomes 459. This is Pluto under the sun. The REM sleep. Anyways, we're going to get away from that. We're going to go to Celsius 135, and we're going to move that 135, and we're going to do it. A Mayan week is 240 hours. Boom. 4 times 6, 4 plus 6 is 10, and 24 equals 34 DC. It also, 4 plus 6 is the 10, and 4 times 6 is 24. They create X and X, which is creation and 30. 2 X's together in bowling creates 10 and 10, 20 in the same box, and then 30 in the next box, plus the next throw. That's why you have the circle. 240. Now we need a Mayan month, 480. Mayan month is 480. We end up with 896. 896. Now I'm going to try and see if I can get the calculator on board. Yes, I do have the calculator on board. Now we're going to go, what can we do at 896? We're going to divide it by 3 just to see. I'm just looking around for some information. No. 896 divided by 5. No. 9, 8, 17, 23. Let's divide it by 23 and see if it works. Divided by 23 equals no. Because that's the answer. 8 and 9 is 17. 896. 8, 9, 6. Well, I'm going to do it the easy way. Divided by 2. And that equals 448. Divided by 2. And that equals 224. It ends up to be 56 at the end, right? Divided by 2 again into 56. And then 28 becomes the cycle. Okay, so this is where it begins. Then it becomes 14. Now on the cube, it goes all the way around, and so does a Mayan month go all the way around. Okay, this becomes 28, and now you're going to divide it by 3.5 times 7, because 375 is everything, right? Equals 8. That's perfect. Now we're going to do this. We're going to take 360 degrees divided by 3.75, and that'll equal to 96. 96 times, what is it? I'm trying to figure out what the answer is. Times 120. I'm guessing. No. 96 times, is it 240? No. 96 times 280. I'm looking for a number. No. Equals? No. 96. 96. Okay, hold on a second. 25,920 divided by 96. I should have did it that way to start, right? 270. That's exactly what it is. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. 90, 90, 90, 270. 27 becomes 276. This number times 96 equals, that is the Mayan count, because 96, okay, 896, right? 896 is what it came out to. Isn't that what it was? 25, 9, 20 divided by 96 equals to 270. Okay, 270 degrees. 135 degrees to the left, 135 degrees to the right, or 45-45 split leaves us with 270 degrees, bringing out Pac-Man, two sides into the Mayan time. So whatever I want to do in here, right, and I'm going to show you something. Watch this pretty simple thing. Okay, we're going to bring this and we're going to go 15. Okay, it says 59. Now, is it exactly 59? I'm going to explain this to you. It's 1.8 times this to equal that. Now, where's the calculator again? 15 times 1.8 equals to 27 plus 32. Plus 32 equals 59. So 15, which is also the number of Mars, which is also the Pac-Man opening, equals to the 896, which is 96 divided by 2, or multiplied by 270 to equal into the Mayan calendar time. Okay, now what I'm going to show you next is this number. Give me any number. 13? Okay, take 13 and add 13, watch this, plus 13, okay, equals the 26. Now you have to add 32, equals to 58, and now we're going to minus, okay, 2.6 equals to 55.4. So 13 equals this. So I'm going to take this, 13 equals that, 55.4. And what did I say? Is that the same number or what? Because the way to do it is double the number, add 32, because 32 is the passageway. It's also the freezing point, and 27 is also the seconds that are going about inside of my Google right now. So is this video still working? So everything seems to come together with the silver that we put together, and this number over here has to do with counting. You want to see what time we are? We're at 12 seconds. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit more. I want to show you this design over here. When you put three circles together, this one creates an 8, this one creates an 8, this one creates an 8. But when you have three circles working together, you have to know this 6 and 2 will make an 8, and the passageway is 7. But the opposite way will be 6, but the passageway will be 7. So you'll have 7, 8, 7, hold on a second. You'll have 6, 7, 8, 7. You want to look at it on the desk? You'll have 7, you'll have 8, you'll have 7, you'll have 6. So that is your gateway. What are we having in between? We now have 11. Sorry, let me show you 11. The opposite side will be 3. 1 and 2, 3. They have to be the dice, no matter what I'm going to do. So I don't want to get 11. I want to get something I didn't have. So here we have a different kind of 8. So this kind of 8, 5 and 3 electric company, comes out with 6 and 3 creation. It also is 4 and 2, the 9 lives of the cat. And it comes out with 5. The opposite of 5 is the 9. The opposite of 6, is going to be the 8. 5 and 3, 8. If we went to get a 6 and 2, 8, okay, this has no spirit in it. The only way this will create is your gateway 7. And your opposite side will create your spirit in Mars. It will not create. You see the double spirit? Because you got to go your spirit into Mars. So it doesn't matter what we roll. So we got 3 and 3, right? 3 and 3 is the polar of DC, which is 4 and 4. And I'm just going to take out a few more dice just to show you that this is what it shows all over the world. You see this? When I turn these 4 over, okay, you're going to get 3, 3, 4, 4, opposite of 4, opposite of 3. So when I'm playing 3 and 3, we get 2, 2, we get 4, 4, and we get, well, this is supposed to be 5 and 5. Where's that 2, 2 again? That's not 2, 2. Let's do it on this one. It's easier. So when we have 2, 2 on this dice, okay, we're going to also get 3 and 1, right? Unless we turn it all the way around, we'll get 4 and 1. We'll get 1 and 1. So now we have 2 and 2, 1 and 1, 6 and 6, 5 and 5, and the inside will be 2 to 1 odds. These are 2 to 1 odds, and if we turn them around, now we have 3, 3, 5, 5, 4, 4, 1, 1. Doesn't matter what you do, it's an obligation. What we actually need to find out is what is the value of each and every number and why. Well, if we say what is the value in each and every number and why, we're actually asking you to ask me the question. And you can make it up and say that's not possible. This can't do this. Well, it's what these can do. And they got odds and realities in games people play. Anyways, before we end this video, I want to note what this is. We have 36 numbers. 666, the 37th is 703, the 38th becomes the church, 147, down the line on your calculator. Remember, 1 never happens, we play with 2 cubes, right? You came from somewhere, your memory has to be stored, you can't have 1, right? You need absolutely 2 no matter what. You're 39, right? Like your judgment of balance, if you have nothing to balance on, you have to look out and see and bring it back in to think. Your 39th becomes 780. That is the doorway. Your 40 will become 46. So you have to go from 40, 820, all the way to 46, 1081, which makes 261. 261 brings the same 41 here. That's the same gap. 41 is 1 with 4 corners. 42. You want to see 42? Here's your 42. Now, what is the polar of the 42? 53. And the only thing we're missing is that one over here, the one spirit of the cat. We come up to Mars in 1326, it's half of each other. It's the passage. We go to 49 to Gateway, it's 1225. So I have to think of where this is. This one over here is the east-west, and this is man inside of Venus. H and A, Harry, Harry. Here comes the fox at 45, right? Add up to 45, it equals 1035. 351 is 1 to 26, the alphabet. 315 is the alphabet without the vowels. 51 is the vowel relationship, and 51 is the number to Mars inside the vibration of 4, 3, and 2. 990, the birth, is inside our spirit. Space in 99. Jupiter runs it all. Just a little bit of art. See the swastika in here? Well, to move from this side to this side, this is what they show. So don't go making a medal of the swastika until you know these designs. Is there any other? Oh, you see the dividing line? You see the diamonds here and the diamonds here? Well, these corners is what makes them come together. The missing corners. Between 3 and 7, inside of here is 159. Between 1 and 9, inside of here is 357. So it doesn't matter really where you go in here. If this was numbers, this would be 1, 2, half of 5 shared, and 4. 1, 2, 5, 4. This is memory in Mars. This one would be 6, part of 5. This would be 6, 9, and 8. You remember the numbers we just did, 6, 9, and 8? Well, it's exactly right over here. You put these two together, turn it sideways, and you have yourself the balance. Do you understand? Y and Y is what divides. But that's all questionable. That's just part of the art. One thing to say is that April 27th, 427, 4 times 27, 54, 108. 108 is equivalent to 111. Why do you say that? Because 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is all the same because of the penny. And when you go up to the last floor of the Twin Towers and you go on the roof, 110, 111. What is this over here? It's the same thing over here. See the way I put it together here? It brings 2 houses together, backwards and forward towards each other. See the letter F, what it does? The open space. You see what the 5 and 5 does? Here's a diamond, the diamond ring on this side. The diamond ring is what links the 2 together. 5 and 2, 2 and 5, 25,625. The last part we want to show is you see the 2 sides? I connect from down under and I connect from over. How about the suspenders? Here I connected 6. Here I connected 3, 2, and 4. See the way it creates this triangle here? This 3 had to be connected to 6. In order to get over towards number 4, I went 3 to 2 and 2 down to 4. or I would have had to gone into 5. Do you follow me? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What the designs do and what you do getting there is what's going to tell you further on in numbers, because the whole alphabet, especially the English alphabet, the French, Latin, is put together by creation. First they saw the design and then they said a word. Right? So not only is it this or your X that crisscrosses top left to bottom right, but this one is a top right to bottom left. This is either going to be the S letter, or at the same time it can be the same design as we just made on the other page. This letter over here, connecting this center over to this side and down. Any one of these designs, where do you want to connect? The last thing I wanted to say but is this: flambette en neuf. This is a French expression. It's usually said flambe en neuf, flambe en neuf. Well, what it means is when you say flambe en neuf, it means burning knots, right? It also could be understood as burning nines. It also could be understood as brand new. I see it as brand new, nines burn. Why do nines burn? A French expression, and I believe the French and the Latin, the Spaniards, have more of the answers from the other side, and the English is one side and the Latin goes to the other side. You bring these two together, or you balance them together, and you will see answers, because it works out. I have found a way in the French language, in order, I don't remember what it is today, but I will remember one day, of how to find out whether it's a feminine or masculine word just by the letter count. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for joining me in this moment of vibration.